Pre chamasi edun katia entu nanum tuo enkankyere ga oye Nilante Vanderpoel e de abeto abonten se pre wodi na dwuma as drip machine panini ewo oman no mu no odi ato ho enti sesei se Ghana fo ehwe na chiri kwan se ono na wetitira ni aban paw no se ombeye dia sesei wodi na dwuma to ho aden is sunset with declared intention say opposite Yatono Swaba as the chairman of the NDC party. The people are official. Nilante Vanderpoel are resigning. Nilante Vanderpoel are resigning as chairman of drip machines. Executive member are unknown and an ACU for drip machines. No, Nilante Vanderpoel say. Odi na dwuma atowa enya dia ojina say omampani dwuma de ba no say after careful reflection I have taken a decision to step down from my position as national coordinator of the district road improvement program, that is DRIP. It has been a great honor and privilege to serve His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama and the people of Ghana in this role. I am deeply grateful for the confidence reposed in me and for the opportunity to contribute to a program that is transforming local infrastructure and improving lives across our communities. My resignation is to enable me pursue a national educative position within our great party, the National Democratic Congress, the NDC. This decision is driven by my desire to continue serving our party and country in a different capacity while contributing to the strengthening of our democratic traditions and institutions. I remain fully committed to the vision of the President Mahama, the sources of his administration, and the ideals of the NDC. I leave office with immense gratitude, proud of the work we have accomplished together, and optimistic about the future of DRIP. May God continue to bless Ghana and guide us all in our collective services to the nation. Signed, Honorable Edwin Nilante Vanderpoel, former National Coordinator, DRIP. 80. And now no di ne birthday. And now no ya ano di ne birthday. And di wiki kura. And it's one we edi ababe tumuno. 80 ye nyina yaba wishi Nilante Vanderpoel well. But then in this letter no de ba no o se okwaye party adwuma that when timi amaya hunu say party chairmanship no pursue ojina. But currently the mimi nimni say opese ojina as the chairman of the NDC. Asedun katia ana eden prim oye titrani. Se body sadia na kamia se ekwan beda ho se de na ye rase edun katia banfo kase obeko for the flag bearership position na nipa bi kase oh ana eba de say na ye den na hwe na de no kamia se ontu nanum tu so obeko ana onko no kamia se the krabi ya beda di se ampara obeko na wakwa kudina say the flag bearer of the party because Nilante anana ekase pri say asiedu anko dia re-election dia obeko it say ono so de adwuma to a onka ba bia party dem do so gina no hu amatete ene ka twi aye masomu ya ene say Nilante Vanderpoel ever say to no so aba as the chairman of the NDC ewo enani chine ya ko afimu ya no the party ni hihye ya wo mo de betu akwanu okay and grab ko asa ban say Ghana Cocoa Board ana issue statement e de abeto abonten for immediate release say government maintains producer price of cocoa for the 2025-2026 light crop season amidst global price decline. So the government of Ghana, through the Ghana Cocoa Board, has announced that the producer price of cocoa for the 2026 light crop season will remain unchanged despite declining global cocoa prices. According to a circular signed by the Deputy Chief Executive in charge of agronomy and then quality control, Dr. Francis Ban, purchases for the 2026 light crop season will commence on Thursday, June 18, 2026. The producer price remained at 241.76 per load of 30 kilograms for grade 1 and then grade 2 cocoa beans, and 2,587 Ghana cedis per bag of 64 kilograms gross. Consequently, a ton of cocoa equivalent to 16 bags will continue to attract 41,392 Ghana cedis. The decision underscores government's commitment to protecting the incomes and livelihoods of cocoa farmers, even as international cocoa prices experience a downward trend. By maintaining the current producer price, government aims to provide stability and confidence to farmers ahead of the new light crop season. The announcement has been communicated to key stakeholders within the cocoa industry, including license buying companies and then cocoa board management, relevant ministers and other sector players to ensure a smooth commencement of cocoa purchases nationwide. Eti cocoa price no de na no woni te so beduru ye no ehwa na eda so eda enti prempren se okoto wana eye cocoa akuafo no emfanto woni kotodwem se ba bia cocoa no na no ye te so beduru ye no na ban ka ho asem no ehwa na sisi eda so da enti prempren Ghana fo emfa entu trimo na womonhwe nya bibia nkoso. National Association of Industrial Suppliers and Advocate of Education Ministry over government failure to pay more than 2 years of arrears. It almost so and the demonstration chiri asiso say prepring a buying at the womoka over 2 years of arrears. Enfie mienu aban at the National Association of Institutional Suppliers eka internano one ministries and one could din komo ebusebusa wo eka kire wo say ye tintoti kokko e de atomanu se prepre momma yensa yenka yesika na ya brem momma yensa enka yesika na ya brem isanse 2 years ifie mienu amode ye kai momfa sika no emfa mbaye. Interesting story bi aba e kire se enanu a akosombo substation ejato ho yatinsa bebri a NDC aban ne nkofo beka e de fa ho ekoduru ba bi kura de amanfo koka se sabotage bi koso na nipa bonefo bi e wa banda danum na ahye dae den eye ha adwen aban ka se saade a wapa nkofo so woni nkɔhwehwem de ehwe kwan e fa so asaade no e de bae wani bo MPP for so mbo papa so woni ye mambofo na woni ka ho ana sansem no ekoso committee wani investigate akosombo substation fire and ruling out say na sabotage bia ni babia amanyofo politicians the odi politicians dia the bia was for just say asemo mbeka to ni patrim a divert attention there politician fa ne kwa obeye the simple kra obeka tum sensia ani blaba en kania dundum ya per solution to problem yes problem that way say aban tackle no divert attention I na wenum I say, ana wenum ye say, ana wenum kofa we ba he, ana wenum kofa flood here ekosu na nia. Flood here ekosu. And then you shifting position of the blame game. And they are to the citizens of this country. But now no be abesenko. There was nothing 2014, 2024. There was nothing called the citizens of Ghana. It was posing under the doorsteps of the New Patriotic Party and in the penny for. So woman am flooding. Because we say Cecilia da Paso ko disika ko titi gotem wedi. And then you no credit that e we wi say buy. E ukrum ha. And then the obuso bia wa ban mu a. O say Ghana for ne ye huni. Ghana for the titi eniema guwuram. Ghana for the ye we. Ghana for the ye we. Ghana for the ye say. Afei Ghana for the sisi adan di say nsuo kwan. Ghana for the ye we. Abrada na anu ye blame yankasa nko presidency waterways ntia be demolish no. And then ye dwiri dangu. Committee the report aba. O say je to wa Kosombo Star Station no. Enye nipa bonifo bia na ye yo otom. Aye. Incident to installation failure compounded by facilities deteriorated and outdated condition. And you may go on a practice from some eshawa check. And yes, some. And you man koye. Machine say go, I have cake. And you say you install it, and you must say what near the no. I check. Ye hian sesa wo ho enu na di maja to ye ne e de bai na kwa bani bi ansori amfiri ne fie say aban ho ye na hia to the extent say mama aban we wa kire no enti sabe a mi ko twaja tum na kane adundum aba na di blame game ye de ama aban ote so say ai na obai na dum so aba nya ban de eniema ye de ahyehye mfidi a yahyehye acha eduru pempen so obi atambia ye hia se sesem no eye san fidie no ana ho tochema ana di jahyehye e de bae maka kire Ghana fo se yese asem bi si wo man no mu na ye di hu nkoma eya ye nya abotre na yentieti mu yie ni enjai say duru ba bi a na jump to conclusion especially si ya manyo mpanimfo e kasa pe ya jatum dombeka bia no ade di akire no da bia ya nim begu ase na yensa sifom etu so obi akoka asem we bi uyo obi asem we ba ya oka bie na ode sombo okobọ NPP fo a ene asem aba ne se omunim ho hwe nipa bia ni wa okoye saade no ene me hihye ho ana ache ene me hihye ho ana ya cake ene me hihye ho ana ya problematic ana akofa we nyina ya den edi aba eti ya eti sana sitie ewa ha igusu a ye twese ye guest baba be kan yensa na ye ne na twetwe enkomo ewufia ha ende edua yi enti twiben wa fidie no obe kan yensa pepepa ye enkomo no ebe hyeso ewa ha sei. The Embassy of Ghana in Washington DC which say yan kanche Ghana for nyina odapra the United States say mission no is yes to receive tickets for the World Cup games. It is our abrochire now we try say World Cup no o ticket be ba amwa kohwe bia won say won sankai ti as soon as mission no ebe receive pepepe no do mbe ye ne sem be bomodea na o ma distribute ama yen saka na yetumi akwa akohwe bi enti obi bia opese okohwe ball ni bibia no ombobodea na afidie unya abutai ti mo amugwa brochire Canada Mexico Ghana so de ba bia yo ho ena no ya mwate yesi Cote d'Ivoire fo so demolition bi wo mkrom no ma yesi enkrofo ne mra fi o ba bi obtete yabubu agu na man ye ko pa bibia be dia ne ye ba de nenam ya tim da dakra ye hu so mo ma mu ko ye so ya wa he ha so amo babak enti Ghana ban se prepre ordinary che Cote d'Ivoire enti udihye bi o Cote d'Ivoire busa no na fra no na busa no se ye buni da agu ana na yesi ye demolition bi wo kro no so Ghana fo bi nya ba bi na enti prepre no so wo munya ba bi na de so mo back to wo mkrom de akwa kodro no enti sana esiti enti bomode ya na fra unua na unua ne busa ne se anya bia ne ho no eka ho ana te se de flooding koso wo Ghana hai wo wa no bia fra sa mo ho de eso yiri ne enka mo won mini pe bi ofim fra bridge o si chale your area they don't submit your house that was the patrol there be antisa the feel be fine me man tem be fine e kwan a lead to me ko fie ne me ba adwuma eno na say aye problem so kira homachi am sorry say me dwene ho papa since so to homachi ni say kim masan and the no kwa ba kopɛ because in sa me free me tokuro mu ho e ba be gina kwa ho afa trotro e da be dwure ha na tenabo na show na pon o kira so ni ya no 8 to 10 into homachi there is so tall because constituency ho ba bia a bomb and there I am one announcement and sana because before me trust akwan no ebe wie ene enra betra ka mu 11 you be through hat 3 ene ka no to 12 you be through hat 2:30 enu mpo no for the patch so madwiri kwan no mu ama kwan no mada ho kakra mpo no enu mpo nye easy enu kra no so msa be through at 2:30 into kira say some sorry be 4 year ti se bitimi track am be 5 6 7 3 hours it is by 7:30 there na me wa ha say iti se me nya car by 4 am na 4:30 pa ene na bomb isu tonso de na ye kakra Royal Natural Health and Wellness Clinic e ka ho na me dwumadi me de ebrewo enti ka ho na abeka la pass post office no mu wo na de nwanwa ne se oba ye adwuma over the years Ghana fo nyina o how ne kwadanda won abrabo mu a eye yare a won ba asase so na be fa ye bia no wo so e wo antidote to solve that problem enti obi biara o wo yare bia won system mu e wo se osan ho yare bia no emfa na ni kire Royal Natural Health and Wellness Clinic e wa beka La Paz won be post office no diabetes, hypertension, obesity after bia prostate na enlarge a betimi asolve problem no e dey amaw eti kan ho na fa wani kire wona so ye ya wonkofo a wo mo ba na taxi mu yasososo mu enne o mo ba hospital wa o mo na eba sanse etima so mo yare oba ne be made ba kwa ye hia sa warefo hia kase pa eye awo na o ware na sa wo ne ma na busuafo bi pese bi twa mpoa Royal say a 10 of the past. So bana so ye nko ade a obewo afa ho afa oba. Ti bomodia na fo ani choma so ye. Yare bi fufuro bi a e wo system no ma mimbo di no e pa chow tutubrika na fa telephone na frɛ wo na frɛ wo mo a kwan bi aso on bejew ofel so no ma show. Dr. Joy wo ho one adwumayefo a obo adwuma wadre second company agyan ebe show ma bibia koso ye e de amawo afei sika ho ayedin enti ubetwa ade a no atwa ade papreko ko ba bia ye to ade a ye ade pa na watimi nso akamfo a recommend e de ama afofo de enti na me kasa de me kan se so do incline montin so no ani wa ye ntanta na ope wrist watches opa sumade papa opa ko mu ade ope bangles afei ope wigs na wape makeups ho niema ahene ma ne kente ene memma ho akade ne ma ho akade ni siesie ye ho for programs apapa bomodia na fa wani kire mokola na udru mokola na ko ana ubenya city gold city bridal na omu ana omutimi boa na primprim unya sane ma ne bi eto direct from abruchiri fefefe kama pa na omune ma bo so f enti uduma kola shopping mall no abusa wo ya yira so pe Ghana National Fire Service office eben omo pa usane form kakra bia GC Bank ni a no musuni na obi opposite eti bomodia na tutumrikai na fa woni kire bona soye na bibia enkoyi efa emaw to adepa so what ase na enche emfa maw sana adepa ba kunso abeto a lifelong ade ba ko e wo man Ghana lifelong a nipa bibri atonu wo ho enya problem asase na it depend nipa akoto asase no ifiri ni nsem nipa akoto asase ni ifiri ni nsem no so you nipa won di no kore wo na brabo mu a obema ho akyere wo na kyesa wo sika akoto manso ata asase uwiye ana wo sika asakoto manso na eno ana ye the biggest issue enu nti na Lion Crest Empire Consult Limited say and for woni kire ba bia broma so ye na beto asase free wo mo na wo mo na ato asase free wo mo ho a obema on indenture side plan afi free back code na opese ukọ na akohwe asase no so a omo de obekọ free omo ye corner pillar at the mount say na no obi je ma corner pillar o twi di fantastically fantabulous eti for when it's on omo Ashaman Middle East opposite Ashaman Senior High School na udruwa bo say what the pa asase de the kind of question and ton for chimanso na ya papa musa wo mo mato asase a wo mo chimanso so mo bre papa kika ho na koto asase a manso bia eni ho sana esitie na se ba bia wiase ne keka kono wiase no e move in a direction of say ote wono ambo ho ban ote wono anso sapo mu nsuo ote ho na why ho so do sa hwe odam fam no aseketa da obi ete ho odwene ho wo fie abobo ano o community wadwumam wafa ho tan yemu anka oni wiase yemu anka ahwere bibi saafo no aya mambofo eninti woni na dua kase ndi nsa wo so no mbo ho ban efiri saafo ni nyina wo de wadwene mu fa ndwuro bia ho woni adwenbone but nipa nipa woni nipa san ahweniye na nipa etimi nya adwenbone fa ho a why it will shock you yesi de ono ko ene oba ono nyanwo a obeyo aboa bi so beka wa efiri ntumam to avoid all these things only enkokan obi but protect yourself, protect your image, protect everything about you. Dear you dear ana wonsanka when mbere obi de ti wiase yesi do dinner dear no di benkum na eje nti wo dear wo ho no ana ombo ho ban na wonsanka enu ano no unu obi ani manso bia na dua kase ebitimi aboa wo say ya waresem a na dua kase wo ho yes protection na dua kase wo ho wasase no bi jiu se through sem na dua kase wo ho na ma hemfo anamawo san isitie na bomodia na oneni yebegoshe nipa baako bi happy birthday inti agbe atiso if you are there please check it for me na yes celebrity nipa baako na mienu bi ewo dwumadie no so ewo Umbase television network so bia ubia sana isitie ewa ase okay so play dear ye busana say the ben ana wona e present anya bia one be the flag bearer of the NDC no a ben ye be hunu sa manfo agigi wo muti huhu na abani ntino ama bebre na nkasa etumi nye den etumi eyi omutiri ba prepare de Ghana fo a edi nkita ho enim se enipa baako na mienu ayu muti na sade nila Evander Poy edi na ni kire chairmanship position ni de na ekire se chairman asidu nkatia dachi onya ode eden ode ne be kire the flag bearership na wa hwese NDC for ebeto no so aba na wo mama na be the flag bearer of the party na fi 2028 yekoto aba wajinem na fi the NDC for. But before that I saw who so make primaries na primaries in the be kire who be Charlie why ni oga why ni champion no why na betumi agina so what I say why na betumi I make the difference no against the odds e ho na sem kase no e be free aba it. Let's celebrate your 6th day na young wishing a happy birthday to Gideon. If you are ready, yes, celebrity Madam Nancy Frimpong na ene Madam Nancy Frimpong birthday na ya na constituency na wo mu fifiri no e de mi hu di ni bu abotre ana we abotre we hu abotre store B chairperson Lojokuku na Emmanuel Ekol Afu incoming communication officer and I say you wish you happy birthday Madam Frimpong adna say Madam Frimpong Nancy unyame onya okese unyame eyumfri adumu enko adumu unyame emfa wonsiye na umpejaw onya okese mabrabo enyiji emfa mawo pempe so awodri onfa more years emfa enkam ho na pipia nkoyi emfa emmawo ami. Unemployment rate as I speak to you now is pegged at 13.1%. Can Ghana one day say ya timia ayi unemployment every hokra Ghana ni bi obewie school bia e wa kwanya so obenya adwuma ya no successive government enyina a try so mo beye obia antumi enyeye. Why? Because every year bia a school for a school. Now school na ye no so your levels obi wie senior high school as so timi adwuma obi wie the polytechnic university as so timi adwuma obi wie university ankasa degree or whatever it is as so timi adwuma. But as I speak to you nursing for ho kwan for ho there for ho omba boom the abaya problem prepare America in Ghana for be so and you omo a woman so ever back to their various countries no nti na akoye se omunya bedru sese ya esese ehunu se unemployment rate be rise because enkofo a enya adwuma omo aba beka ho a omunya adwuma wo Ghana. But as of now a peg at 13.1% ana eda Afro barometer ba na o say 82% of Africans blame governments for high cost of living. Abraba yedin bra ye bre come dey edru ba bia idea man Afro barometer say 82% of Africans say amanyokuo ya wo mu bedi Ghana for so no wo mu ka ho ana saa ahokyere no eba oni o mo ya adwene saa o mo ka ho pa isa say 82% asumu 82%. Let's just almost about 18% penny few say amanyofo to be boy 82% in Africa. The African leaders must sit up. Oh, it's true. African leaders must sit up because if 82% of Ghanaians Africans be say amanyofo a edi yeso edi na gofo ka say ye hwe ni yie na ase amai no mu no nkrofo bi ya agye atumi na no nkofo koye sovi o se sovi o ye no kamia asa nkofo ya agye soja mambo na di kakra ene ehu media be say minyini ye kra me kai 79 minyini ye kra me kai 80s. I remember those times pa. It wasn't easy in the revolution era. Minyini ye kra African countries bebre ho a se soja mambo ni diswa eya na ehu unim nipa na oba ni tiri mu po Burkina Faso fo prem ebi ne mo pa kire se mini o me nko hoda e pa kire se soja mamu e o se e gba adwuma pa but then wo mu nyina na jitum so ogba adwuma na it African leaders someone antrase na mo me ehunu se democracy na yakono ebetimi aboa yen ya ye be pre ho saa be wi akire no na the believe and trust a Ghana for any Africa says salai koto aba no esote and we must take safety precautions over these things ihiapa ye mineral resources aye wonyina wantantan o ma brofi abedi eso abefa kod yakoye yie and develop our country over centuries. We are still struggling as Africans. Sebiota Fache, when Jimmy South Africa for Jimmy Omukrum. And almost African population, I remember we were against South Africa. So mun lose, so mun free. And then go on video be. Now said you are more brandy bino. Say ya Joe Majuma, ya bet Joe Majuma. And Juma no Okrum. Ana wo ye the ye ya aka okrom ne be fo bi so meye salu ankofo bia okro no so amudi mirika akwa wura mu amu ye adwuma unim tirebo unim tire ye enti se bio ensem hunu se sa na Africans yedi ani leaders so omo de omo ya pre no rap politics mu no koduru soro ho pa no hunu se bio tafacha ya egufom nyina no se bio yenim nyansa no ma start e ma ye ho kire ye because the whole of South Africa say ne de wuye some fa bi ko minister fie some fa bi ko one fie fa bi ko one fie anti politician no tikro do so no oyo okay ana wo sai o man no true say o pamo ahoho but wo sai o man no o man approach for wom o man asoja for wom o man wa wom and so people have taken the law into their own hands and o mo ye de o mo pe it is high mineral resources here we e dey na e dey we are fighting against our own self and some form di want to so obako white na wo kro no so na wo so me South Africa wo so me dey akọ cometium samia buku this 82% catch say amamuo ana ma ye ho kire yen ya yen tra ho na yen twa amamuo no na yen koso na ya ye bohu say yes noko ye je so be bia koso na ye say ye John Dramani Mahama and try be this ankobo we nyina Mahama's approval drops by 10% in 5 months. Pray survey and now no musa danko say asante mantamu and kofo a support NDC ma omutimi bedi akonya no enya majority vote to Ashanti region no bebre anu ho eso ate say who ama ebimpa yo madwene said omu free party no mu a join NPP. It is our Asante mantamu na nanu ayeto aba na omukuta majority of the people supporting them. Esa Asante mantamu for we brenu omo so to aba edema NDC eswate ebusa dankwa survey okoyeye ana odi aba beto abonten se prempre de ekoso Asante mantamu na no ana another survey abom say 10% as a free show. Ewo Mahama Memuonu in 5 months. In 5 months, you put 10%. It is a penny game. Now the next 5 months, another 10 call 20. By the next 5 months, in a quite yet. That means by that time we are clock 10. Your friend said 2 years. Your bird was another 10% and a more percentage. Anna a beba form. Approval drops. Approval just and confirm the over a shame. A swati. It is a say. You're a John Dramani Mahama and a pamphlet. Omo dia. En show musapomusu. No omo apple omo game. Isan say asante mantem for egidie so tia. Na Ghana for bigidie so tia. More na e kosa no. Na kakra no na e build it up. Unim say asante mantem mu before wa. NDC anytime o metime overpower NPP e wa battle mu bia no. Just say 70% of voter NPP nya wa santimantum no esote. In 2024 they were able to campaign very well in Ashanti region. And Ashanti region fobu full NPP for omu dwa wo pa. It is 70% of vote na ya no omu nya no. Esu hwan pe no automatic. E kire say prepare omu ntumi enwini elections e wo Ghana. Eti eswa started e wo NDC amamwo mu no. Omu hwe ni yie isan say the next 2.5 years na de bekwa akoto aba no. Ebedu no ma ntimi amma promises am de ma Ghana for no ntimi anko nanim to 2028. Na santimantem GDA NPP mu I rise it to about 75 to 80%. Omun kai say about 2028 ombelusu. Eti media pre the next idea betimi asesa ama wo ye 2. Sir John promises are or the man Ghana for obe start say or roll it out na ebi so bamfaso. Secondly, ebeye nipa ombeyi no as flag bearer of the party. And to about beckoning us some of the culture Ghana for because currently Ghana for quite a fast with the Tuaba Bako, I mind said ye siko, any amuchira room. The tossing me a party affiliation, name a dumb party way, where me share a ye, Mess Sammy party. Eti no a bakwa, a kahun, that is it. Ana de tossing me and sa, a nipana original me penasem. Nipa na oya flag bearer me penasem as asmesi me penasem so oya asmesi etimeto aba de ama no eti nipa no hwe policies and niam a watimi aye over the years aye party ohia na afi de wabehwe party na nkasa ono dom no obetime decide say onto my party na enampa eno ye this get and blast oba no obi o ho what does the person do the oye no say obeto aba e de ama ebi an member of parliament na presidential watoatia obi beto ama presidential no watoatia ne parliamentary candidate eti eno na this floating voters no edibem eti floating voters ne ba won mu a omuni amanyoko bia hye dadom omo de omunim ne say omo pese abrabosi wo mu yie nti ono no pase ye party so de mfa de ho so wo ofo so wo mfa so ye flag bearer mfa de ho de ohia kase pa na say oman no ne nkanko etesen etina abrantie bi ati floating voters association say hwan no and ayam say Ghana for emfa wo mani nko sa abrantie no ho ne association no because the two main political parties no obi dim say the atie bia no omo party faithfuls decided to go to the polls they win election etina na no MPP for kase ade about lose election was that their people do not go out to vote. It is almost for editum some person to aba no pia bonten massively etisi kromwa the win hands down. That's what they are saying because some feel say vote at 2020 and this now you know similar to the vote they got in 2024. That means say so I'm floating voters for na crowd the cow or vote no munya na it didn't rise up to any standard but omo de MPP de drop here the drop here no omo hu sunsanso omo ma most parliamentary seats omo lose here omo hu sunsanso whereby about some percentage e was Ashanti Kingdom a drop here omo hu sunsanso by Greater Accra a drop here they saw the drop in vote margin most of omo constituencies and omo regional centers that is why they always have the confidence space to say should their people come out in their numbers to say we love the NPP and we want to vote for them, they will always be on top of their game. Etiera John Dramani Mahama na part for Emomodia say betimi happy game because said their numbers no a drop no a hardwin na here e betimi a hardwin e di amawo mo. LGBT plus say unim say honsem no egusu e di atrenchie na wey ana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council a demand say Ghana buy out so any parliament and now no omo consultation say put di nkomo and komodie na chire no ana ko ba say ye the bill bi aba abonte won na do danko akufu ado apen so a esese nko tenase na osign na according to sources no they say bill na nkodu nanim na eno na abrantie bi e fe de Richard Delasky na oye media practitioner ana koye law ana de asem no copy asem di bia enu nti fechere kafrika do pechere na yo ana MPP lusu ye enti entumi ahu the light of day but it was one of the biggest promises by the NDC aban say by hook or crook when they come to power they will surely pass the bill. Now, when a Pentecostal and Charismatic Council for demand say, bring back the original anti-gay bill. So the kaya bill iba minority for actually won't die say a near man ne wo ba kunmu ananka wo mo de command anado danko Akufo-Addo former president no o masesem nti endimu nti o mo mra no mo sanye yera baben enso abekasa say ehia so ne baba back no ma hwehwem na o ma hwe city but then ni nyina no yera John Dramani Mahama say tumi ba na so ye nko ade a de obaye ne say obama mpanimfo aye council of state ahwem na wanya legal consults if you attorney general but Pentecostal council for omo ye nkrofo a before mbeye bill no omo the consultations ni ade de call maso ye ekubusebusa wo mo amasem wo mo say wo mo mfa bill dada na wo mo di hu nkomo na wo mo ka ho asem ma ni CPC ta no bo mo yibi mfirim bo mo fa bi nka ho omo kukura no amfanko na Ghana ban yeba John Dramani Mahama so be sign son sign eno de minim but omo asem a wo mo de abetu dwane say wo hwe na omfa sabi on nti parliament de hwe de be kwa kosie sanse prempra make say yera baben enso any omo ye consultation edi hu komo as to say omo be back to parliament no ma reconsider eniema bako na amiemu ana say de tie na no ana omo de be kwa koma John na era John enso adane e de ama omo but yera John Dramani Mama ko din komo abotire abro interview no o make it factically clear say bill no said ye omusi edi hu komo toso no imbeduru nanim na o make comment about Jera Baben dia okaye no pepepe say Jera Baben how you speak of parliament kra atunanum to say senkebeya anka bill no ensambra back to parliament na womun dwendwene ho na omundi ho enkomo nti saa asem ya papa ya kan e kire se debi ni dachi ya hwe ya bill no ebesan kopie parliament na ekopie ho a ana ya behwe ba bia ya de ne pomasibre edibisi iti se de ebobo ba no ya koduru ni se bill no ebesan ko back to parliament ana enko parliament majority leader do say do betumi ana waye no do betumi ya na waye no iti waye nso de a Ghana fo yenjintum na yenko emfa nkɔ yanim iti eno ana ye hwese ebekɔ ana enkɔ ekudu a yɛbɛma Ghana fo aswate na yɛhwɛ na bibia akoyie ade ama ɔman Ghana sana kusiatie on Base Television Network Ghana Sosan Jumedie the guest and so beka yensa yenim sese de oya na nipa de akɔhye your friend is saying your friend is traffic oya na nipa de akɔhye ho ahwan etinese nke ni matu amoa awe bisa opeso gina a deputy secretary for the Medina constituency edi enkomo ededue na prempren wantumi amma beka yensa ohwe time frame enya de a obetumi abeka yensa enti yebetoa edwumadie no so na yakɔ hwɛ nsɛmba kwa na mienu a ekoso the New Patriotic Party under the caution ede akwakoma omu USA branch ede fa omu nkomo ene omu party elections ho eno no one say the New Patriotic Party Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee has firmly pushed back against attempts by the party's USA branch to challenge rules governing internal elections. The 16th said, no branch can place its bylaws above the party's constitution. Now, in a decision that underscores growing tensions between the national leadership and the external branches, the committee directed to say the NPP US branch, complied fully with rules approved by party National Council, National Executive Committee for Conduct of Internal Elections. Now, this committee also advises the branch to channel any concerns about constitutional reform through the party's laid down processes instead of attempting to bypass the national structure. The development follows a memorandum submitted by the NPP US branch on May 28, 2026. Said party's General Secretary Justin Frimpong Kodua while questioning the constitutionality of portions of the regulations governing elections in external branches. The concerns were later referred to the Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee for Legal Interpretation and Advice. After reviewing the petition, the committee maintained that the party's constitution remains the highest authority within the NPP and supersedes all branch level regulations. Any bylaw inconsistent with the constitution is unenforceable to the extent of the inconsistency. Now, the 2-year good standing requirement for voting is constitutionally binding. Branch bylaws cannot alter constitutional qualifications for party office. The committee chaired by Frank Davis with Gary Nemakon as secretary said in its decision. The committee further stressed said, Obia to me children against her. Obia to me children against her. Every woman from running them courtesies, according to the committee, the MPP structure is built on discipline, collective responsibility, and respect for authority. The constitutional framework of the party is founded upon discipline, collective responsibility, and respect for the due constitutional authority. It's way away. What the other way? And I'm on the other party. They are cheering. They are more dear. They be on the catch the party. They say